G'day everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 2nd of November. We've got a 15th skill set with kill 1 Inspector Arachnid, mine 2 Fence 4, and 2 Undertale Vast Stones through kills and rewards, read 2 lore books, and defeat 40 enemies with Scribed abilities. But I'm going to be honest with you, just skip these two. These three here are just like, they're so, like these two are so much worse. Like there's so much more work compared to these three here. Like I don't know why you'd ever want to bother with these. So 2 lore books incredibly fast. If you come to Vocal Guard here, Oridon, you start with a Sway Shrine as soon as you create a character. So what you want to do is just come into this house here, where you find Mara's Kiss here. Go to this bookshelf, read it once, read it twice. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. So obviously there's a bunch of other places you can go. Basically anywhere where there's like a bookshelf. All the major skills have them and stuff, but like this is one of the closest ones I know of that's like right next to a Way Shrine. So yeah, just use that. Yeah, moving on. Alright, next up we've got kill 1 insect or arachnid. So obviously spiders you can use. So I suggest you come to Bleak Rock Isle. Same thing, when you create a new character, you unlock this Way Shrine by default, and I think old characters don't, but it's easy to get here. If you go to the Boatswain in Davon's Watch, you do start with the Sway Shrine, and like no matter what. You come to Lysel here, it should take you to Bleak Rock Isle. And all you have to do is come to Hunter's Camp over here, and there'll be a ton of like bluish white frostbite spiders. Wow, nice. There's the power of Shadow Rider right there. As you can see in the background here, there'll just be frostbite spiders everywhere. So just kill one of these guys, and that's it. They're all over the place, so you'll never have any shortage of frostbite spiders. Now, I know people suffer from arachnophobia. It's totally cool. I'll help you find some other options. And while we're here, mine 2 Veins of 4, so Ribidite ore. It's really good if you are either a max level character, and especially if you have blacksmithing up to with metalworking 10 out of 10, because then you only get Ribidite. And you saw there how like clearly bright red it was just out in the environment. Having access to the max level crafting resource, or like the resource nodes out in the wild, means that they're so easy to see. Like compare them to things like iron ore, which is like brown, like a turd brown, and like high iron ores, I think, are more silver color. But yeah, I'll put in the description like all the different types of blacksmithing ores you can find, depending on both your character level and your metalworking level, because that's how nodes spawn. It's 50-50 chance between your current level, so in this case I'm max level, so it's only 10 out of 10 one, and your metalworking level. So if you were to say be 5 out of 10 for metalworking, I think you get 50% chance for Ribidite, the red stuff, and then you also get, I think it's Calcinium, is it, for CP10, or to be Ebon ore, which is like just a dark, like a blacky purple color, and Calcinium is like Calcinium. It's like a yellowy, tanny color. Yeah, they're all different. They all have one sprite type though, and they'll always look the same. All the different ores will look exactly the same as any other version of that ore. So just go to the website that I provide and just have a look at which ones, and you'll be able to see which one. Like you'll be able to tell just from that one image what they all look like. Now, do keep in mind there are very rare circumstances as well where the ore will actually be underneath the ground. It's easiest to notice if you've got the Keen Eye ore passive here. This can really help you whenever you get these ore endeavors to, like, it puts like a big shining, yeah. So here's an example. This is the shining effect it puts on stuff when it's like out, when it's around. So it starts there, so you can see it glowing from quite far away. So if you've got that and you know to look for that, you can actually see stuff through the ground. Sometimes I've found a bunch of stuff through that method. But Yeah, you'll find ores all over the place. Other people will go for them, but usually there's more than enough to go around, and there's so many zones available to you where, yeah, you're just not... I don't think you're really going to struggle at all finding stuff. Now, the best place definitely is Craglawn, because you get chances of getting Nerncrux, both potent and fortified. You get a much higher chance of getting fortified, which sells for less, but potent Nerncrux sell for about 30,000 on PCNA. I imagine all the prices are different regardless of, or like depending on what console or server you're running on. But regardless, they sell for a lot, so it's worth going to Craglawn for that, because ores do have a chance of dropping Nerncrux. But there's all of these different zones, and they all have lots and lots of blacksmithing ore nodes everywhere. And also, as you saw, they just keep in mind they can they share their node drops with jewelry nodes as well. So you won't always find them. You might, yeah, you won't always find ores in the same spot every time. Oh, here's another one. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, they're all over the place. Also worth pointing out the blacksmith surveys. Just one of these is 6 nodes, so having one of these in inventory makes this really, really easy. And so, funnily enough, you've probably heard me talk a lot about the furnishing materials that you get, especially from wood, enchanting, and like I don't talk about it much for decorating wax. Funnily enough, in the patch notes, they talked about they've increased the drop rates of those 3 housing material types, the ones that sell for a lot. So, funnily enough, it's probably not going to be that worth it anymore bothering with like natural nodes. If you got surveys, you're probably just better off just doing those now. We'll see how we go though, but yeah, I find it's quite funny that those are the only ones they increase the drop rates on, the only ones that sell for a lot. Yeah, quite funny that. Alright, so talking about a arachnophobic option for one insect of Arachnid, I think the best place to go is just west of Temple of the Morning Springs, and there'll be some thunderbugs there. Here's one here. So, what you gotta do is just snipe one of these guys, and that counts for 1 insect. There's lots of these things around, you just gotta know where to look. So, if you come over here, signal the alert on the right there. So there's some over here, some around here, just all over the place around here where the, oh, I'm still in combat here because of the thunderbug. I got thunderbugged. Yeah, just some over here. Now, if you want some other locations for insects, firstly, Spindle Clutch. Spindle Clutch is full of spiders at the very start, Spindle Clutch 1. So if the areas that you want to use seem to be just like full of people, just use Spindle Clutch 1. It's instanced, nobody else can come in here. The spiders are a little bit more tanky than ones in the overworld, but like on a good damage build, you can just kill them really quick. So that's what I suggest, first and foremost. Just go straight into Spindle Clutch 1, just kill the first group that you see and just move on. There is also, here in Sini, there's a ton of stuff around here, just Kwama and Shulk, all over the place. There's also Strife Swarm Hive, which has a bunch of insect, a bunch of Kwama, which also count for this. There is also Darkshade Caverns 2, which has a ton of Kwama at the very start. They are very tanky though. They're quite tough to fight. Don't suggest doing that unless you really know what you're doing. I mean, on normal, it's not too bad, but I have been fucked up going through there once on normal before on a character that's like not quite strong enough. So yeah, just worth keeping in mind there. And apart from that, there's not really any like you've got an instance area and just an area full of normal enemies. Like this, I don't think you need to like stress about getting anything crazy than that, because there's tons of stuff here. There's tons of spiders in Hrogar's Hold as well. There's a few spiders there, not many, but there's a ton of spiders in the Hunter's Camp here. Like you'll never run out of them over here. They're all over the place. Yeah. Oh, there's also in Bankrai, Nilada Ruins is full of spiders as well, so you can use that one too. It's just a bit of a pain to get to, that's all. I'm sure there's other places, but these areas are really easy to get to, so that's what you want, right? You just want places that are easy to reach, regardless of how far you are in the game. So video is done. I don't think these two are worth the effort. The only time I would do the Telvar one is if you have done the quest, like one of the quests, and just have the ability to hand it in, because you get a light Telvar statue, which is 200. But like other than that, it takes too long compared to these ones here. Like they're so much faster. So yeah. Other than that, yeah, I just wouldn't suggest that, because the login rewards, they don't count. So yeah, I mean it's the start of the month or the end of the one, so you're not really going to get that. But even then, just not even worth bothering with. Now, because the vid's done quite early, I do want to show you guys a little magic trick that I've learnt. I've known about this one for quite a while. So what you want to do is, if you have access to Thieves Guild, you can come to Maw Magic. So I know this is a very rare trial to be done these days. I know not many people do it anymore, but there is a magic trick you can do in here. So watch closely, because you can bedazzle people in here if you play like with a group of friends or something. So what you want to do is see this plant here, walk to it. So for some unknown reason, that spot just at the just past the plant where the rocks are, that causes you to leave. I don't know why. I suspect it's because it's technically out of bounds. But yeah, if you go to that spot in Maw Magic, it will actually kick you out. So you can sit there. You sit there. You sit there. But once we go here, gone. So I think the context there is, a very long time ago, Maw Magic had a bug where you could escape the map, go straight to the final boss, and kill them without them being able to attack you. And what that did was, it basically allowed people to get the... Because Maw Magic has a skin, right? Completing Veteran gives you a skin, this one here. Back in the day, this was like a prestigious thing. If you had this skin, you were like, you're a god tier gamer or whatever. It's been a long time since then, but basically it allowed like players who knew how to get out of bounds to attack the boss and like just have a bunch of randos that have like a lot of gold to actually pay them to get them the skin. And what I'm pretty sure ZeniMax did to prevent that from happening is to kick players out when they reach out of bounds areas. And I think they pulled the area that was considered out of bounds a little too much into the actual like map. So when you hit that point that I hit just beyond that plant, it considers you out of bounds and kicks you out to prevent you from, being able to exploit it, whatever. I don't know how that worked, but I just know that was a thing very long time ago. Like I'm talking like 2015, 2016 days, like ages ago. Like nearly 10 years ago. So yeah, just a bit of interesting trivia for you there. Little magic trick. I don't know. I'm pretty sure people have talked about this on the forums, and nothing's been done. So I presume it's not going to change anytime soon, because it doesn't actually cause any real issues. You can just do that and get kicked out. So yeah, that's everything for now. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you like my little magic trick, and thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, and take care.